My editor sent me a message asking why she's the black sheep of her family. And I wanted to share with you what I wrote to her because being the black sheep of the family makes you look at yourself and say, what's wrong with me? Why am I the worst one, the one that's the big outcast in the family? But the reality is, you need to flip that perception and look at the people around you. The question is not why am I the black sheep? It's why do they treat me as the black sheep? Because the way that they're treating you is making you the scapegoat. In narcissistic family structures, the narcissist will project their own insecurities, flaws, and failures onto one specific person in the family, usually a child, or it could be the spouse as well. And so this child is now the scapegoat or the black sheep, and she has to absorb all the blame for the problems within the family dynamic. So one of the things that you're suffering from as this black sheep is unrealistic expectations. The narcissist will impose impossible standards on the black sheep, leading to a cycle of criticism when those standards aren't met. And then the daughter will feel like she can't ever be good enough, reinforcing her own black sheep identity. This is especially prevalent with narcissistic mothers and daughters of narcissistic mothers, but it can be anyone, anywhere in a narcissistic family can be considered the black sheep at any time. It can be temporary or it could be lifelong. Because of envy and competition that's inside the narcissist's heart, the narcissist will view the child or the black sheep as competition, and especially if it's a daughter that's developing and maturing and becoming independent and having traits that the mother perceives as threatening, that envy will manifest in undermining, criticism, and rejection. So that mother is going to cut her daughter down to try to keep her daughter from ever feeling superior or equal to the mom in order to preserve her own power and position. One of the problems as a black sheep, the reason why you're feeling like the outcast is because you get a lack of validation. Remember, this is not because there's something wrong with you. This is because there's something wrong with the way you're treated. Everyone else in your family structure is actually the problem. You mainly have the narcissist who's withholding validation from you, not building you up for your achievements, not validating your emotions, not validating your worth until you finally feel invisible, undervalued, and then you're being compared all the time to the other siblings, the golden child and the flying monkeys. The flying monkey's job is to try to survive, and they survive by avoiding becoming you. They don't want to be the black sheep. So they have to show that they're on the narcissist side in putting you down. And that's why you feel like you're this outcast and everyone's putting you down, because they are, because that's how they survive in this toxic family arrangement. They're triangulating people against you, which means that at any time they're taking the idealized golden child and the flying monkeys, and then they're ostracizing you, putting you on the outside. You're getting rejected for your authenticity. So if you try to stand up or challenge the status quo, the family narrative, if you question the narcissistic mother's behavior or you assert your independence, then you're labeled as difficult, you're rebellious, and then that rejects your authenticity and reinforces your feeling of being an outsider. The gaslighting is a form of mental and emotional abuse. A narcissistic mother may gaslight their daughter, denying their experiences and their emotions, making the daughter question her reality. It's just lies. It's like, no, I didn't say that. No, you didn't do that. No, 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 when it's really yes. And so that leaves you feeling misunderstood and alienated. And then you have to preserve the family image. So the narcissistic mother is obsessed with maintaining the perfect image on the outside, and so they make you have to conform and act like everything's good when everything's actually not good. If you don't conform or you expose dysfunction, that threatens the facade, and then that leads to further ostracization of you, the black sheep, the scapegoat. If you've ever felt like you're on the outside, you're that scapegoat, you're that black sheep, you need therapy immediately. You can get in and work with me. I do one-on-ones. Otherwise, get in and work with a specialist that's trained by me. You need a trauma specialist. All therapists are not created equal. Don't just go hiring anyone. You need someone who is a specialist and they tell you, I can help people to overcome complex trauma, those are the people you need to work with. That's what you're going through. Please reach out or enroll in my healing course.